Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Banner Saga 3! Last time, we had several really annoying battles, or at least annoying for me, that kind of stripped away some of my enjoyment of not just this one game, but the entire series. So that's not very good. Let's hope that this session is better. I do get the feeling that with the fact we've got down to 0, maybe we're close to the end? Maybe. It's possible. We'll see. Because there seems to be a kind of a continuation going on. It's not like we've lost. So, right, outskirts. Part of the city smoulders since the riots, matching the mood in the lower rings. Supplies are scattered, impossible to tally or portion into the funeral. Hoarding seems necessary for the future, and you're afraid other clans in Arbrang will feel the same. If nothing else, we should set the precedent from here on out, Alea suggests. Combine and ration, pillage, or encourage everyone. No, combine and ration, so that we're all working together. I think that's the way to go. Trust overcomes. Some are relieved to place that burden on you, others insist on keeping a watchful eye on the stockpile. It's fine. Okay, well, we got some new days. Said your goodbyes at the funeral, ration dwindling supplies, fought off, walked to the walls. Okay, Arbrang spared. Okay, we got another 8 days for Arbrang, okay? Kind of 8.5 days. I don't know, is that going to be enough? I don't know. Oh, something. Oh, no. I thought something was about to happen there. Oh, something's about to happen now. Yeah, okay. Seems odd. Alright. Ravens swear they see figures lurking from the corners of their eyes and hear the whispers of dead family members. Some accuse the corpse of Juno, others the ominous pillars that have been rising on the horizon. The dredge godstone, Ivan tells them. Rises like teeth from the ungood wolves' maw, Spar sings. Swallows brave men and the bright doomed star. An old song from before the gods died. Fitting, ambling through tall pillars like teeth, an obsidian forest wreathing the great black godstone. We're not going there, we're going to a white tower, aren't we? If my dead mother appears, I'm ending things here and now, Early snarls. I'll ask Ivan if he can help. Ivan shakes his head slowly and notices his ragged appearance, but I can be certain no harm will come from it. He says it loud enough for others to hear. Okay, morale has been improved. Thin ice! Oh, that's probably for doing the ice, choosing the ice path. Got a lot of renown, but I can't really do anything at the moment. Okay, we're zooming in slightly, so it looks like we're not losing any time here, which is good. And it looks like we
push on, despite hope being lost, along with Juno. Do something black and heavy ahead. Did the dredge build godstones of their own, or
they
is
did,
this something else?
And hope is not lost yet, Ivor.
You jerk in terror at Juno's voice in your head, and a hand lightly squeezing your shoulder. How do people not realize? Like, every time she dies in a battle, she comes back mechanically. This should be realized. She breathes softly. Well done. You can put me down. Nerves get the best of him, the bravest. Not another step, shouts Oli. He pushes away to Juno. You died! Not another step till you spill it. All of it. A chorus of voices concur, echoing off the pillars themselves. Juno sags upon a staff. She looks at Ivan, but his stare is leagues from her. All will be well, she starts, but jerks back from Oli's axe blade in her neck. No more magic tricks, Oli hisses. Yeah, let's step in, because the last time... Right, if this goes badly, game, I am gonna scream. I won't. I might. Because the last time it was like, oh, you wait to see what happens and people die, right? Step in. You knock Oli's axe aside, but Juno interjects. It's time you all knew, Juno says. Okay. Right. Let's find out.
This will be more easily shown than told.
Flashback.
The Valka were the first to discover a world within our world. The inner earth, with its own lands, people, and sun. A source of power far greater than our own.
Oh dear.
Ivan is the boss, the leader of the Valka. Brilliant, born with a mind devouring itself. I studied in secret to heal those wounds, and in time, we grew to love each other. But meddling with minds is forbidden, for reasons already clear to you. The council sentenced me to death. They agreed to spare Ivan the same fate if I went willingly. So I did. When Ivan discovered what had happened, he carried my body to the White Tower.
And use the power.
In his grief, he drained the Black Sun of its energy, hoping to restore my life. The sun fell from the sky, ripping chasms through both worlds. The serpent slithered out from its shattered egg, half-born, and the darkness within spread. I had become the new vessel for its power.
Which is why it comes after her.
When we reach the White Tower, and Ivan releases my energy, the sun will move again, and the darkness will return to where it belongs.
As Juno releases her grip over the caravan, the image fades. Ivan carried me all the way back to Ridgehorn before he could go no further. That's where Hakon's warriors found us. They understandably believed I was dead and left me there. Ivan lived still, if only barely. By the time he awoke, the Varl had taken him most of the way to Einatoft. When I realized what had happened, I travelled by ship down the river to meet Ivan at Sigurholm, but the Servants' Chasm prevented this. I believe you know the rest. I'm certain you have many questions. I will answer them clearly. This goes all the way back to the time of the gods? This can become long and complicated. I will keep it simple. The Loom Mother first discovered weaving, and with it created this world and those living on it. The other beings in the tapestry, other gods, reacted in many different ways. Some wanted to learn weaving, and they took the creations she made and changed them, forming Varl and Horseborn. One god became jealous. He took mankind, reshaped them into dredge, and hid them within the world to grow and torment the other creations. When the Loom Mother learned of this, she became furious. As she had discovered creation, she'd also unwittingly created death. That's the doorbell. And there was no one there. The problem with having a wireless doorbell is I pick up other people's, doorbells. Right. Oh, I accidentally killed the jealous god in anger. The other gods were terrified. They had never imagined not existing. I was going to say that's gods, but Norse gods, gods of the Norse pantheon, did die. All of them die in Ragnarok. I think. They turned on each other out of fear. The gods died, but their creations continued on. The Valka were the Loom Mother's favoured few. She taught them weaving. Ivan and I are descendants of those first people. What does the servant have to do with any of this? Oh, if the dredge were taught by the Valka, why are they attacking? The Stone Singers believe we have betrayed them. Early on, we discovered the Black Sun was a far greater source of power than our own. After the worst of the Great Wars, everyone believed the Valka utterly defeated the dredge. In truth, we offered them peace. In exchange for use of the sun's power, we showed them how to flourish within their own lands and create more of their own kind. So you created the Stone Singers. In a way, we only shared knowledge. It has always been a difficult question of how much control to exert. But now they believe we caused this destruction on purpose. They think that we wish to wipe them out, and like anyone would, they fight back. They're scared and frenzied, and will not listen. We have failed them as much as we have failed everyone else. What does the serpent have to do with any of this? I'll admit, even I was uncertain until recently. The easiest way to understand it is to imagine an egg. That's what she's already said. She said the sun was an egg, okay? The serpent's egg was made inside this inner earth, a black sun mirroring our own. Within it, a serpent would grow slowly over the ages. It was here to eventually swallow the Loom Mother's creations, a cruel trick to destroy them in secret. When the black sun fell to the earth, it cracked. The serpent and power spilled out well before its time. Everything happening now is because of petty grudges between the gods. In a way, Ivind unwittingly did us all a favour. If the serpent had grown to full size, well, at least as things are now, there may be a chance to reverse it. Not exactly bursting with gratitude at the moment. Understandable. Right, what now? Now we return to the source of the power. I am not dead, but neither am I alive. This energy within me was stolen. Ivind will place me within the black sun. The celestial spheres will circle again, the darkness will be absorbed, and without that, the serpent will wither. She suddenly looks very tired, but tries to smile. You'll be trapped within the sun? I have come to terms with it. And now you know everything. Make sure Ivind does what is right. Alright. Happiness. Yeah, these look like giant bits of dredge, don't they? Oh, a little thingy. A little glowy thing. That's probably where we're walking to. I don't know what to say at these points. I think I'm getting annoyed because I really like the narrative aspects of this. It's the battles and some of the way it describes rules, because it doesn't always tell you everything that's happening in the battles. Right. An enormous bell hangs from the carved stonework. Even untouched, it hums with a strange, deep resonance. Alfrun says, "The sculptors built this godstone to themselves. They raise bells made of those who have passed. It's said that a part of them lives in the sound of these bells, and they can visit their ancestors this way." Spar crosses his arms. That would explain the spooks. The stone singer approaches the godstone, hands up, shaking his head in warning. He seems to diligently avoid touching anything. At the godstone's centre, an enormous bell dwarfs the others. The other smaller chimes hanging throughout. The bell's handle calls to you on a primal level. "Are you thinking of ringing it or kissing it?" Spar asks. I wouldn't do either. Right, yeah, if we're getting told by two people not to do anything, so we'll leave it alone. Especially with the fact that Ditch brought us a massive force against us by just talking. Right, I can hardly think of a worse idea, you reply, stepping away. Curiosity weighs on you for a short while until the caravan separates from the godstone. We've got 7 days, but if I look at my heroes, they're all injured, I think. I think everyone's injured, except Juno. If I rest for 1 day, I get Alfrun, I get Spar. Obersi's not injured either. So resting for a day might not be terrible. My only worry is we went back and got ourselves 8.5 days, basically. I have no idea how much time we're going to need of that. Let's talk to Oli. Yeah, that's the problem. And I don't know if we're going to be able to go back again. Because that's the thing. It's like we went back once. I don't know what happens next time. You find Oli at the edge of light, staring at the godstone. Mind if I join you? Hard to find space around here. Just keep your voice down. That vicious, wrinkled fiffle won't share any of his drink, and my head hurts. In the distance, Spar takes a moment from lazily tuning his langspiel to throw Oli a wildly inappropriate gesture. Ran out of your own brew? Lost my flask when that whale thing shattered the frozen ocean. You hear the things coming out of my mouth? Sober is no way to live either. Oli stares blankly into the distance. Yeah, I don't want to get people drunk. Like, this is the thing. This is the time where I would have assumed that the drunkenness would have come in. Like, we talk to him. He goes, "What's your drink of choice?" We share something. I'm then drunk. That would make sense from the... I should have taken longer than a day to come back to this. But I feel like we're close to finishing. And I just want to get through it. I want to finish this. Finish this trilogy. How wonderful. Guess I'll just keep quiet then. Much appreciated. I wonder if you gain morale for not bothering him too much. Or lose morale if you don't. Yeah, this is the thing. I'm gonna rest for a day. So that now means we have 4 uninjured people. Bring Juno in. Bercy. One more day would unlock so many injured people. Ah! This is the thing, I'm gonna rest one more day so that we have at least a full team that aren't injured. Arborang might die, but at least the battles here aren't going to be as bad. I mean, it might be that we're only 5 days away and we don't need to worry so much. But yeah, I think keeping the noise down was probably a good idea. 5.5 days. I mean, if we're 5.5 days away from the tower, that's great. But we haven't got a map, which makes sense. So I don't know exactly how far we've got to go. Well, there's not really much to comment on. Nothing's really happening. Oh, here we go. Something is happening. Any of you ever tasted Tistleberry mead? Spar blurts out in the midst of a deep and depressive silence. You're all some green company lately. I could really go for some Tistleberry right now. Others mumble in agreement, but someone passes around enough strong drinks to spread around. Soon they're trying to one-up each other about what they plan to do when they return to Arborang. Yeah, tell them to stop drinking and be quiet. You know what I'm excited about? The rest of you shutting your mouths. Some expressions roll off you like water over a duck. Morale declined, but I'm hoping not everyone people don't have the drunk ability if we end up in a fight. Which... Why is it warmer right here? We're close to the tower, please? Why does this part look different from the rest? Please be close to the tower. This is... Hold on. Yeah, so I refuse to do the drinking thing because I don't want to have people drunk. Because... I don't know why we had it before, but surely drinking alcohol, a lot of alcohol would, you know, have it. Soaring shards of smoky glass jut askew from the ground as if flung here. At first it looks like more of the inner earth strangers until you realise that these are splinters of the black sun. Images reflect off the mirrored surfaces, creating an illusory army of ravens as you walk through. Hold on. I thought this place was bad enough, now there's 6 of ditch. The nauseating, sweaty warmth still radiating from the fragments as everyone eager to pass through, except Ivan. He has stopped at one with his hand pressed against the glassy surface, looking at his own reflection.